Alright, I think we are back on. All I've done is push back from the gate. And you want to push back behind the travel line. So push back behind the travel line if you're in a jet. Alright, back to clearance. And now we want our taxi IFR. And again, I used another program for my charts called Navigraph Charts. It is a subscription service, but it's real cheap. It's like $70 for a year. Let me add in my flight, and I can download it from Sembry. You can see it found the flight that I just run, and now I can have my chart. So I go up to the airport that I'm at, open the charts, and now I can get my taxi information. It will probably just be going from 18 Charlie. Since we're here, we'll probably just be going that way. So let's go back to the game. Let's taxi IFR.
Charlotte Ground Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike with Quebec ready to taxi IFR.
Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike taxi to and hold short of runway 2 tree using taxiway Mike cross runway tree 6 right Mike tree. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 2 tree via taxiway
So,
Mike cross runway tree 6 right Mike tree
here,
Cessna Tree Bravo Mike.
2-3. Which in radio you want to use the tree. So Bravo to Mike. Cross 18 left to Mike 3. Pretty straightforward. So I need to do a full U-turn to Bravo, and then a left turn, or that's a right turn. That's a left turn. Left turn on Mike. Back to the game. Alright, so let's minimize this. I need to input my autopilot stuff because I haven't done that yet. So they said for altitude to use 8,000 feet. So we're going to go ahead and up this to 8,000. Wow, I'm getting really bad frame rates. Turn the nav computer on, turn the vertical speed mode on, and move that up to 2,000 feet per minute. Actually, I like to do 2,500 at first and then lower that down as I get higher. Speed control, you want to keep your speeds under 250 knots until you get to cruise. Or really until you get to 10,000 feet. So this plane has a automated thrust system, which is real nice. So that's set. So now all I have to do when I get airborne is engage autopilot, and it'll head right to the route that we have planned out here. Okay, so our barometric pressure, this needs to be adjusted as well. This is actually a old school system, whereas these are just window displays, like digital displays. So you want to make sure this matches this. In the sim, you can just hit B on your keyboard and it will automatically match the barometric pressure to both systems. Okay, so now that the engines are started, we can turn off the APU, go back to electrical, turn off the APU generator, turn off the bus tie. And we did not have external power, and our engine generators are turned on. It's important to have these turned on in this plane because after 10 or 20 minutes or so, your displays will turn off. That has happened to me in the past. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab my controller. And I'm just using an Xbox controller for now. I do have my Logitech, but I don't have, wow, really bad frame rates. Really bad. There's Bravo. So we can go ahead and slow down. It's about 5% is good. You can see there's somebody in the distance landing. Try to stay on the yellow line as close as you can. I'm going too fast, but it's hard to tell. So I should be on mic now, which I am. You can tell I fly out of Charlotte a lot. So all I have to do is go all the way to the end, and I'll be at runway 23. In the game, it doesn't require you to call for approval to cross a runway. In reality, you do need to hold and get approval to cross an active runway, even if you're just taxiing. Is that guy doing? It's moving so low. This is almost unplayable. Ugh. Someone is firing up their engines. Let's get our prop set 1. Since I'm thinking about it. Someone just landed. Welcome to Charlotte International. Charlotte Douglas. Alright, so you would get up to the runway here. Where's my hold spot? Here's my hold spot. But you can see, even as I stop, the ATC in the game isn't requiring me to request approval. So it defaults to the pilots. The pilot can, use their own discretion. So I always, make sure nobody's landing. Good to go. So screw that up. About 18% to get going. Lower that back down. Oof, I'm gonna land at getting. Is it choppy for you on the screen? Because it is choppy turn for me. And I'm only at 1080p. I'm only on my 1080p monitor. No intentions of streaming this thing at 4K. See, I didn't have this hold line painted on the other side. It's kind of weird. Maybe that was a glitch. Go ahead and tune on over the tower. I do like that the game changes your radio frequency for you. It's kind of a cheat. Slowing on down as we get to the hold point at treat. Especially because of how jittery we are. God, that's frame. Stop. Thank you. And request takeoff guidance.
Charlotte Tower, Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike ready for IFR departure runway 2 Tree.
They're on approach. I don't know if they're on approach.
Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike cleared for takeoff runway 2 Tree. Traffic is generic on final. Cleared for takeoff runway 2 Tree Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike.
I wonder if the NVIDIA broadcaster would have less a problem broadcasting this game. Alright, let's go ahead and line up. Hopefully the frame rates will go back up once we get back in the air. Once we get in the air. Yeah, overshot it. Let's just stop. Go back in the cockpit. Alright, so we've got our speed plates are set. Parking brake is on, so we turn that on. Alright, let's get going. Now speed, engines are good, full power. Airspeed is live. 70 knots. 90 knots. 110 knots. 120 knots. And rotate. Positive rate gearing. Flaps up. And autopilot engaged.
Cessna Tree Bravo Mike contact Charlotte departure on 120.05.
Alright.
Going to 120.05 Cessna Tree Bravo Mike.
Nice shot at Charlotte.
Overspeed.
Yeah, I forgot to do this.
Overspeed.
Okay, yeah, see, my mind got distracted. I forgot to turn auto throttle on. Well, that sucks. on my first stream, I did a stress crash of plane because I forgot something important. Especially when you do a jet, you want to make sure. And yep, I gotta do all of this crap all over again. But it'll be faster now. All right. Battery on. Generators on. Come on, generators. I can't. Let's do nothing.
TAWS system test. Okay.
Alright, APU on, monitor. Go ahead and do clearance.
Clearance delivery Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike IFR to Atlanta ready to copy.
Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike is cleared to Atlanta Airport at
Same
file.
one.
Takeoff runway 2 Tree climb and maintain 8,000 feet.
Maintain 8,000 feet.
Departure frequency is 120.05 squawk 0054.
let's stop right on it. Cool. 0054.
Cessna November
It'll
1 Tree
actually
Bravo
change
Mike
this for
cleared
you
to Atlanta
automatically.
Airport is filed. Takeoff
forget.
runway 23 climbed and maintain 8,000 feet. Departure on 120.05 squawk 0054.
Cessna 3 Bravo Mike readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.9er when ready to taxi.
Let's tie on. Ground services. Ground. Pushback.
Charlotte Ground Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike requesting pushback.
Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike pushback request accepted.
Let's just turn everything on because I'll forget. Looking wing inspection yet. Might need it. Let's go ahead and spool up. Come on. Spool up engine 2. Oh, that date is taking its time. Got start up. And push them back. It's a lot of stuff that you've got to look at as you're going through. So again, we want to get pushed back behind the traveler. I don't know what this indicates, but I think it's the vehicle travel lane. So I always push myself back behind this travel lane. There's probably a specific word for it or acronym, but I always go past it when I push back from the gate. The engine is spooling up. You can go ahead and stop pushback.
Charlotte Ground Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike requesting the end of pushback.
Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike request to end pushback received.
Command engine 2. Let's go ahead and spool up engine 1. And engine 1 is spooling up. Do you need to set my weights? I thought it was. So if you forget to set your weight, or if you need to do what I do after you crash, you can always go to this dumbbell or dumbbell looking thing and change the fuel balances under the weight balances there. So 48.97 and 30,600. 48.97 on the fuel. 32. Come on, this thing is so finicky. That's as close as we're gonna get. And then it was 30,000. 600, I think. So we need 18. That's pretty close. Both engines are good. And now request.
Charlotte Ground Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike with Quebec ready to taxi IFR.
Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike taxi to and hold short of runway 2 tree using taxiway Mike cross runway tree 6 right Mike tree. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 2 tree via taxiway Mike cross runway tree 6 right Mike tree Cessna Tree Bravo Mike.
This thing is so finicky too. I gotta go all the way back up. Stupid. set this. Nav. Set the vertical speed. And the light director on. Set to 2500. Okay, so autopilot system is good. Lights are on. Let's go ahead and turn around. Power up to 20. Let's lower that back down while we're going. Yeah. I can't believe I crashed. Oh goodness. I wonder if it logs one of the viewers as me watching on the preview window. If you have a Steam Deck, or a Stream Deck, sorry, highly recommend you to set up hotkeys with the shortcuts. It'll help you out tremendously with the different views in your cockpit. You know, going really fast. You're supposed to keep under 20 knots. I mean, on the taxiways. And yes, I've turned off those annoying alerts that pop up every time you taxi. You can do that in the same menu that you saw me go to earlier, the user experience. Has some options that you can turn off.
Cessna Tree Bravo Mike, hold position, caution, other traffic.
Alright.
Hold position, Cessna Tree Bravo Mike.
What other traffic? What other traffic? It's only the stupid vehicles that drive all over the place. Sometimes I ignore them because they don't remember that you're holding position. Again, another failure of the in-game ATC. So there's nothing here now. I should be able to go. Set my flaps to 1. I'm just gonna go. This is stupid. Technically this is illegal, but I don't care. Slow it back down now that we're going. Gosh, now that I'm going, he's gonna say I'm good to go now. Usually that happens when I ignore them. Breaking the law, breaking the law. I wonder what happens when pilots do this. Blatantly ignore the controller's instructions. God, I'm only down in the teens on my frames there. I don't know if you can see the FPS counter in there.
Cessna Tree Bravo Mike, continue taxi.
See?
Roger, Cessna Tree Bravo Mike.
Yeah, thanks for nothing. So, yeah, next time I stream this game, I'm gonna try the NVIDIA broadcaster and see if I get better frame rates, because this is retarded. And yeah, I know, I didn't even stop at the runway. Boo-hoo. I don't care right now. I just want to get going. I know I'm going really fast. I'm probably at over 20. into the runway. Let's go ahead and turn the power. You can actually use the numbers on the top row of your keypad, not your number pad. The numpad numbers don't work for the ATC in the game, but the top numbers will let you go ahead and automatically select them. Alright, let's go ahead and adjust those.
Charlotte Tower, Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike ready to go runway 23 IFR to Atlanta.
Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike cleared for takeoff runway 23.
Now the in-game ATC is a great way for you to learn how to talk to the tower.
Cleared for takeoff runway 23 Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike.
So if that part scares you, do the in-game for a while until you get used to the pattern. Slow it back down. Center up the lead. I'm usually getting 45 to 60 FPS when I play off stream. So yeah, this is ridiculous. Okay. Alright, we're lined up. I forgot to set my bugs. So let's go ahead and do that. Speed bug. On. And I also forgot the last time too. A good rule of thumb is you always want to turn your heading bug on when you're lined up. So that way if you need to turn your heading indicator, I also forgot, you can see here it's got green. That means it's still on nav 1. So I need to change my source to purple, which is your GPS from your flight management computer. Alright, that's a lot of systems. It took me forever to learn all this stuff. Alright. Powering up, spooling up. Good engines, full power. Airspeed is live. 70 knots. 100 knots.
Contact Charlotte departure on 120.05.
We're over 1,000, so just
120.05 for Cessna Tree Bravo Mike.
I don't know why the mixture is giving us a warning. It'll turn off. Departure.
Charlotte departure Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike is at 3,100 feet climbing 8,000 feet.
Cessna November 1 Tree Bravo Mike Charlotte departure continue to LACHM as
There
planned.
we go. You can see my auto
Altimeter
throttle.
29.88.
2988. Then change my barometric pressure. So let's go ahead and do that. B. There we go. Hit B on my keyboard and it automatically changes that. So there's the airport in the background. There's another player. And Charlotte, City Charlotte is way back here. Where's downtown? Oh, there's another player there.
Delta 878 climb and maintain 6,000 feet.
So right now, flying over Gastonia, which is a suburb of Charlotte.
Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Delta 878.
Our nav graph charts here. You can see that we're following along on our... Because we didn't actually go from 1-8 center, It's not going to be exact. We can actually change that. You can drop from 2 to 3. So we're heading to this waypoint here, and then once we get to this waypoint, it'll be on track on the departure. If we want to look at the departure, we can actually go to Dog V4, departure,
Delta
show
878
chart,
descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
and you can see it gives you a topographical chart of the area with your speed indications and your recommended
Descend and maintain
altitudes.
4,000 feet.
You see
Delta
that the
878.
ATC gave us 8,000, which is standard.
Cessna 3 Bravo, Mike, climb and maintain 14,000 feet.
And you can see they're already telling us to go ahead and climb up.
Climb and maintain 14,000 feet, Cessna 3 Bravo, Mike.
So let's go ahead and bring our altitude gauge up to 14,140. Oh, we passed it. Because the frame rates are bad. And it won't do anything until you start your vertical speed back up again and it reset. Stupid job. Back up
Delta
to
878, you are 13 miles northeast of Charlotte. Contact Charlotte Tower on 118.1 when inbound.
2,500.
Tower on 118.1 Delta 878.
Flown over Gaston.
Cessna 3 Bravo, Mike, contact Atlantis Center on 125.15.
So I'll show you how to actually change the code, radio code yourself. I'll turn it off first.
125.15 for Cessna 3 Bravo, Mike.
125.15. Transfer. See, now we're on 125.15 on the active com. And it just switched over to contact Atlanta Center.
Atlanta Center Cessna November 13 Bravo, Mike is at 10,200 feet, climbing 14,000 feet.
Here, as dispatched.
Cessna November 13 Bravo, flight Atlanta Center.
So we're
Continue
now
to
over
ATC
10,000
as planned.
feet.
Altimeter 29.87.
2987. So let's go ahead and update that with Control B. So we're over 10,000 feet. So what that means is we can turn off some of our lights. So we can turn off our landing lights, our taxi light. These lights should stay on. Your recog and your pulse. The anti-collision. This is anti-collision. That one can stay off. Floodlight can be off during flight because no one's going to read your number. The wing inspection light is for if it's below freezing, which I believe, yes, we're at minus 18C already. Minus 10C, sorry.
Cessna 3 Bravo, Mike, contact
this
Atlanta
plane,
Center on 135.35.
the ice protection is over here on the co-pilot. I'll turn those on. Alright, now let's hand off.
135.35 Cessna 3 Bravo, Mike.
Alright, almost at the 14,000, so we'll probably get another assignment to increase here in a second.
Atlanta Center Cessna November 13 Bravo, Mike is at 13,800 feet, climbing 14,000 feet.
Cessna November 13 Bravo, Mike, Atlanta Center, continue to Ingun as planned.
Ingun.
Altimeter 29.88.
Where late
Atlanta 717, contact Atlanta Center on 133.15.
1-5.
Cessna 3 Bravo, Mike, contact Atlanta Center on 132.625.
You guys are not giving us instructions to increase our
132.625 Cessna 3 Bravo, Mike.
here. Contact Atlanta Center.
Atlanta Center Cessna November 13 Bravo, Mike 14,000 feet.
Cessna November 13 Bravo, Mike, Atlanta Center. Continue to Ingun as planned. Altimeter 29.88.
our OPS didn't really get any better.
Cessna 3 Bravo Mike
Thank
climb
you.
and maintain flight level 230.
Knowledge.
Climb and maintain flight level 230 Cessna 3 Bravo Mike.
So we can go ahead and go to 230. And there's tree up one more. Correct speed back on. And it reset again. Sometimes it remembers your last setting. So now that we're higher up in elevation, I'm actually going to stay with 2,000 feet per minute. Because the engines are going to be at more pressure being higher up. So I like to keep it around 2,000 once we get higher than about 14,000 feet or so. And again, this is just for this plane. Each plane is different. You're going to have to read up on what their different systems are capable of. Shelby Municipal. Go back to our chart here. You can see we're still on the transition. We're going to make this right turn to Tinsley. As you can see here, right turn to Tinsley. So all of these that you can see all over the place are waypoints. I don't know who controls them, but the nice thing about this program is it shows you all of the airports in the area and route lines, which means I can turn the airport information off now. So now,
Cessna 3 Bravo Mike contact Atlanta Center on 135.35.
alright.
135.35 Cessna 3 Bravo Mike.
And contact the center.
Atlanta Center Cessna November 13 Bravo Mike is at flight level 180 climbing flight level 230.
Cessna November 13 Bravo Mike Atlanta Center. Continue to TNSLY as planned.
It sounds awfully windy. What's our winds doing right now? 76 knots. That's not horrible, but it's also pretty windy. So once you get past 10,000 feet, our barometric pressure is going to be 29.902. It's the standard barometric pressure. Once you get over, I think it's 10,000 feet. That might be wrong though. So now the only thing that you need to do is change your radio frequencies as the controller tells you. Power is just the controller. So I follow along my route here sometimes. We can see here's the Aussie 1 transition, or Aussie 1 arrival to Atlanta. Since we don't have an assigned runway, it doesn't have a arrival for us built in here. There is a way that you can do it if you know your exact arrival. You can actually track your position. Moving closer. If you don't want to use this, you can even use the in-screen GPU. It has a lot of information on it as well. It has the waypoints. It has airports. It's got some of the cities. There's Boiling Springs. There's Spartanburg over here. That's where my brother-in-law lives. other than the white clouds, bright blue sky. So our current speed, actually now that I am, nope, I'm still going to be flying. No, 230 was my final, I believe was my final. Let's go to the computer and see what the cruise speed was. 230, yeah. So we are at our cruise altitude. So let's go to our airspeed and increase this to 300 knots. And that'll do. You can see there's a bug right here. So that'll now hold our speed at 300 knots, which there's still room. You can see about 325 is what the sim has as the limit for this plane. But it's not really 300 knots because we're flying through the air at a registered 300 knots, but our ground speed is actually 305 knots, and our total airspeed is 403 knots. So
Speed bird tree 59er tree, contact Atlanta Center on 1 tree 2.625.
Why we overshot the altitude here. I can actually go up to 310.
132.625 for speed bird tree 59er tree.
That. Let's go to 315. And let's see what that's doing to our engines. Still green. Let's go outside. Let's see what our percentage is. That's pretty decent. Still green, 65% on the lever, 77% on the power. That's pretty good. Don't be concerned about the fuel. The longitude can actually go 5,000, I think. It's something insane, like across the country and without refueling. Full tank, so we won't even need to put the 10%. Plus, since we're in a simulator, if we do get very, very low on fuel mid-flight, all you would need to do is go to your fuel button and literally just add fuel mid-air, and it'll let you do it, so you don't have to crash. I've had to do it once. So yeah, now we're just waiting for our departure. Now, one thing that's nice about this plane as well is the main flight director gives you a top of descent. So once we get to the Biddis waypoint, we're at our top of descent. So we could request a cruising decrease at Betis to about, I would say, 10,000 feet. So by the time we get to Harry, we'll be right on line. If we go back to our charts and take a look, the Aussie on arrival chart here. This is all stuff I do mid-flight. This is all normal for me. You can see it says for you to be at 14,000 feet by the time you hit the Aussie waypoint. It also gives you a speed limitation of 250 knots above 10,000 feet. Usually the 250 knot speed rule is not in effect until you hit 10,000 feet. That's the general rule with a jet, or or any fast plane really that can go that fast. But you can see we're going to be making this transition here to KATL. So by KATL we should be at 9,000 feet. By Posey we should be at 8,000 feet. If we go this route, I don't know until I get my runway assignment, which route we're actually be taking. So it's a lot of information, but I still don't know everything there is to know. This is just the basics. So here's I'm flying over Rainbow Spartanburg International Airport right now, so let's take a look outside. My brother-in-law's house is somewhere over here. That'd be pretty nice to take him instead of an hour and so minute drive.
Cessna 3 Bravo Mike, contact Atlanta Center on 134.8.
Right.
134.8 for Cessna 3 Bravo Mike.
Because the engine sound and the wind outside is kind of loud. So
Atlanta Center Cessna November 13 Bravo Mike, flight level 230.
pilot view. I'm wondering why they didn't.
Cessna November 13 Bravo Mike, Atlanta Center, continue to RM on the wind as planned.
I wonder why they haven't said anything about this flight over here that's in my direct path. Usually they'll call out aircraft. For some reason they're not. Or is that a... Oh, that's a runway. I thought that was a plane. So yeah, now we are just cruising along. You can actually increase the... Because we're right at 5 nautical miles on here. So down here is where you increase. So now it's at 10, which I like 10 better than 5. Let's see, here's where Clemson is. I'm sure you've heard of the Clemson Tigers. They won the championship a few years in a row. They are South Carolina's rival. Oof. They're like the Chargers and the Raiders. I mean, it's real bad. So, yep. So yeah, this is literally, now this is, if I'm going to start streaming flights, I would need to figure out something to do during the cruise, because literally the only thing you're doing is looking outside and replying to the traffic controllers. There's nothing else for you to do in the plane itself. It's taking care of everything for you. You can double check. Oh, I didn't turn off the APU, so let's do that. Turn off the APU generator. And I didn't turn off the bus tires closed. Again, because I didn't use my checklist. You should use a checklist when you fly. And I did not, because I'm in a rush to get through this flight. It's already 11:30. I'm surprised my dog didn't request to go outside while I've been in here. It's too late now. He's not going to do it. No, he's going to be asleep. There is a way for me to bring my information up into OBS as far as altitude, speed, and all that. Don't know if that's going to be necessary if the frame rate doesn't improve. So, yeah. I'm going to have to ask other streamers on YouTube how they get better frame rates. Because this is ridiculous. 25, 24. Yeah. This is why I love the game so much, though. I just think it's so cool being up in the air. And if there's other players who would actually see them, apparently nobody else is flying into Atlanta tonight. The other night, oh my gosh, let me bring you another webpage. Again. That's the wrong screen. Let me minus this. User experience, ATC voices off. Client save.
Blocked. Sublist 9675, welcome to Knoxville, text the rep via Alpha this frequency. Good night.
Right, via Alpha, thanks, have a good night.
American 604, Atlanta Center, hello, we're going to be ready to tax from 18 Center.
American 604, runway 18 Center, taxi via Mike Echo.
Roger, Mike Echo, American 604.
Atlanta Center, assessment of November 1 tree, Bravo Mike, level 230. I need a squawk assignment.
Cessna 1 tree, Bravo Mike, Atlanta Center, stay your position.
Stand by.
I want you, Bravo Mike, I see you now. Stand by on the squawk. 1 tree, Bravo Mike, squawk 2051.
Squawk 2051. 2051.
So it's 8531, unfortunately, leave American facing north and Indy's offline, for service terminated for change over to advise approved 10 minutes.
Hey, we'll go talk to ourselves. 8531, see you.
American 604, Atlanta Center, we just realized that 18 left is way closer to us, so if we can get a taxi route to 18 left.
American 604, 10 runway, runway 18 left, taxi via Mike Charlie.
Roger, Mike, Charlie, American 60418 left.
So this is why I like to
1-3, Bravo Mike, Atlanta Center, ready to contact. It's going to be over the Greenwood VOR on a flight level 230. Cross Ozzy to maintain 12,000, 250 knots, the Atlanta altimeter 2992, and I got a question for you.
I apologize, I was not expecting that response. Can you please repeat instructions for November for Bravo Mike?
No worries. Ready to contact flight level 230, cross Ozzy at and maintain 12,000, 250 knots. The Atlanta altimeter 2992, and I have a question for you when you're ready.
Cross Ozzy at 12,000 feet, maintain 250 knots, and altimeter is 29.92 for November 1 Tree Bravo Mike.
1 Tree Bravo Mike, read back correct in the question. Just want to make sure I was just looking at the scope correctly. Were you a pop-up or?
Yes, sir. I was a pop-up. I did not see any center or anybody online when I started my flight.
Okay, just want to make sure. Just didn't miss anybody. Thank you.
No worries.
For the 3706, there was a power up earlier reported in your area out of flight level 270. They're reporting light to moderate chop.
So, that is the pilot. And right now, this ATC controller is monitoring my position.
I'm sorry, for 3706, what's it in regards to turbulence in the area?
Let me check. There was an airman up in your area earlier. I don't think there's a segment in your area, but somebody did report a fire up earlier in your area in flight level 270. They reported light to moderate chop. I'm not sure how I've been extended.
Let me just move that over because you don't really need to see it.
Roger, thank you for 3736.
So by Ozzy, I need to be at 1,200 feet, so I can start descending now. Feet rather. And let's go ahead and turn on vertical speed.
Atlanta Center, Speedbird 226 Heavy, radio check.
Speedbird 226 Heavy, Atlanta Center, I got you 5x5, ready.
BG5 as well, Speedbird 226, request clearance to Heathrow.
Speedbird 226 Heavy, Atlanta Center, control request Denmark.
And let's go ahead and slow us down.
Landing here. Landing here.
250.
Landing here. Landing here.
250. Let's do
Landing
250.
here. Landing here. Landing here. Landing here. Landing.
So the 3706, yeah, there's an airman in your area for props. This is out of, well actually I guess the airman tangos could be available on high weather services. They reported moderate turbulence between flight level 180 and flight level 350. It's going to be airman information tango. Whiskey Alpha 1802450.
Landing here. Landing here.
248. That's right.
Landing here.
Envoy 7201 ready for taxi to runway 18 center.
Landing here.
Envoy 4201, question 7201, runway 18 center, taxi via Echo.
Landing here. Landing.
Taxi to 18 center via Echo, thank you, Envoy 7201.
Landing here.
Break 604, seems like your mission terminal at Charlotte. You can taxi on runway 23 and exit right on Charlie off of 23 all the way up to 18 left.
Landing here.
Oops, I did not even realize I was going with the 2-3 up, sorry. And can you just please repeat the taxi route to go back to 18 left?
Break 604, taxi runway 18 left via runway 23.
This
right
is my
on
most
Charlie.
preferred
Runway
method of using the sound is with the
Roger, taxi via runway 23 and then right on Charlie, American 604 over to 18 left.
It's kind of loud. Let me see.
Atlanta Center, American 535, checking in about 22 southwest of Chesterfield, flight level 350.
Landing here. Landing.
Break 535, Atlanta Center, ready contact, squawk 2035, good evening.
Landing.
2035, good evening.
Landing here.
For 13 Bravo Mike, Atlanta Center, expected visual approach 126 right to Atlanta.
Landing here.
26 right to Atlanta, thank you. One Tree Bravo Mike.
Landing here. Landing here. Landing here.
Seabird 226 Heavy, Atlanta Center, get your IFR clearance, flash ready, copy.
Landing here.
Ready to copy, Speedbird 226.
Seabird 226, you're cleared to the Heathrow Airport, speed of Plumber 2 departure, Spartanburg from mission center south. Climb maintain 10,000, expect flight level 370 and 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequencies with me, squawk 2025.
Speedbird 226 is cleared to Heathrow via the Plymouth 2 departure spa transition that is filed. Initial climb 10,000 feet, flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure, squawk 2025.
Speedbird 226 had read back correct, runway 27 right for departure. Information is Lima is current advice rate check.
So you can hear.
Copy 27 right, we have information Lima and Wilco, Speedbird 226.
Hear how fast the conversation
And Center, Delta 3706 here. If we could climb up above this, it would be a little bit better for us than if we needed to spend a little time getting down. That's what we'll have to do, if possible, for 3706.
So 3706, climb maintain flight level 360. And is there actually any turbine support in your area?
How to actually do it.
I'm not aware of that at this time for 3706.
3706, roger, climb maintain flight level 360.
360, thank you, 3706.
Speed?
The American 604 Atlanta Center, is it okay if you can just backtrack when we 18 left in to just do a 180 and get lined up? Is that okay?
Sure, if you want, you can do a back taxi 180 left, make a 180 and advise we're ready to go.
Roger, we'll do a back taxi 180, let's do a 180 and we'll advise we're ready to go, American 604.
I'm with 7201, check squawk code, squawk 2031, 2031.
2031, sorry about that, invoice 7201.
Atlanta Center Delta 491 is ready to go at spot 5 south at Atlanta.
Delta 491 Atlanta Center, 27 right, taxi will be Lima Juliet Mike.
Lima Juliet Mike to runway 27 right, Delta 491.
Let's open my chart for
Atlanta Center Delta 2569 on the ground of Atlanta, request our clearance to Toronto.
He's got me under the
2569 Atlanta Center, cleared to the Toronto airport via the Smoky 2 departure. Bob and transition minutes foul. Climb maintain at 10,000, expect flight level 330 and 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency with me, squawk 2003.
So we're cleared to Pearson via the Smoky 2 departure. We're up to 10,000, flight level 100, 3000, 10 minutes after departure, squawk 2003.
It's busy.
2569, read back correct, going 26 left for departure. Atlanta information, Lima's current advice rate taxi.
Roger, we'll put in 26 left, and we're going to get Lima Delta 2569.
River Papa Kilo 813, proceed to right spat.
You really need to pay attention to your...
November Papa Kilo 813, direct spat.
Do you really need to pay attention to them calling out your...
American 604 Atlanta Center, me and the envoy going up to 18 Center is wondering if we can do a parallel takeoff. We're okay if one of us has to be delayed to be spaced out.
Sounds good with me, envoy 7201, 18 Center, envoy.
Envoy 18 Center, envoy 7201, and can we get the altimeter for Charlotte one more time, please?
Charlotte altimeter 2989.
2989, thank you, Charlotte. Sorry, envoy 7201.
So 3706, you need higher, let me know.
Alright, so now I'm waiting for further descent clearance.
We may need to go a little higher, but I'm not sure if we need to just be lower from what I'm interpreting from the report here for 3706.
3706, are you asking for climbs just for better fuel efficiency, or are you just asking for climbs for turbulence, or I guess I would just need a reason why you need to keep climbing?
Oh, sorry about that. Yes, for turbulence for 3706.
3706, let's try, we can try flight level 280, see what that does.
Okay, down to 280 for 3706, thanks.
3706, climb and maintain flight level 380.
Oh, sorry, 380 for 3706, thank you.
Envoy 7201, wind 21006, showing 18 Center, clear for takeoff.
I just love listening.
Clear takeoff 18 Center, envoy 7201.
So it's awesome. It sounds like actual
one tree,
air traffic.
correction, citation 1 tree, Bravo Mike, fly present heading, descend and maintain 900,000.
What was the altitude again, Center? for November 1 Tree Bravo Mike?
900,000.
900,000 for November 1 Tree Bravo Mike. On current heading.
American 604, wind 210, 106, 18 left, clear for takeoff.
1 left, clear for takeoff, American 604.
So we need to turn on holding mode. And now go down to 9,000. And turn the original speed back on. And wind it. About 2,000 feet per minute again. Maybe a little bit slower. And my automatic rest here is having problems getting on that, so let's go. Alright, so this is what the speed brake is for. Lower that down.
Envoy 7201, I'm going to send a ready contact altitude path.
Envoy 7201, we are climbing through 2,200 now, departing the above C4.
Envoy 7201, climb maintain for level 23. Correct. Climb maintain for level 230.
220, Envoy 7201.
Wow. Climb maintain for level 320. Clear to respond.
320, Envoy 7201.
American 604, London Center, altitude path.
American 604, London Center, current test through 2,000 for 8,000.
American 604, ready contact, climb maintain for level 340. Condition turn in shortly.
Roger, if cleared up to 320, we'll make a turn. You'll make a turn shortly, American 604.
Envoy 7201, clear direct, Levy.
Clear direct what? Sorry, 7201?
Clear direct, Levy, Lima, Echo, Alpha, Victor, India.
Clear direct, Levy, Envoy 7201.
That's a 491 Atlanta Center, RNAV 2 slow, only 27 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to slow, clear to take off, 27 right, Delta 491, here we go.
And I think that's the airport in the distance, right?
Station 1 Tree Bravo Mike, extend and maintain 4,000.
4,000 for November 1 Tree Bravo Mike. So now we go back over to our altitude, turn this back down to 4,000.
American 604, clear direct Tinsley, Tango, November Sierra, Lima Yankee.
Clear direct Tinsley,
Stop
American
right on it,
604.
that's awesome.
November Papa Kilo 813, request descent to 3300 for intercept with SPAT.
Papa Kilo 813, 3 miles from Spats, maintain 3,300, so establish cleared ILS, rolling 24 into.
One thing I did not do yet is get my ILS data in, so let's go ahead and do that. We were on ILS 26 right. So let's change this.
Center Speedbird 228, ready for taxi.
Speedbird 228, heavy Atlanta Center, line 27 right, taxi via Mike.
Taxi via Mike, Speedbird 226, my apologies for the call sign.
My name is FedEx 2960, back with you. I'd like to pick up IFR to Memphis, and I'd like to amend my final to tree 40.
So our approach is going to be
FedEx 2960, Atlanta Center.
Right.
We cleared to the Memphis airport via direct. By maintaining 10,000, expect by level 340,
so
10 minutes after departure. Squawk 2072.
And our
We're going to Memphis Airport via direct, climb maintain 10,000, expect 340 and 10, 2072, FedEx 2960.
FedEx 2960, read back correct, going 26 right for departure, advise ready for taxi information.
We'll advise we have Lima, FedEx
I
2960.
haven't put it in yet, but it should be
Atlanta Center, envoy 2001 at flight level 350, just about 5 miles from the Daylight intersect.
Envoy 2001 Atlanta Center, welcome aboard.
Tonight.
Citation 13 Bravo Mike, set to maintain 3000 and supposed to be at 12 o'clock at 15 miles forward to the set.
Descend to maintain 3000, and I'm sorry, what was the end of that transmission for 3 Bravo Mike?
Citation 13 Bravo Mike, report to filter site, should be at 12 o'clock at 15 miles.
Traffic at site for November 3 Bravo Mike.
13 Bravo Mike said you have the airport.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, airport in sight.
13 Bravo Mike cleared visual approach runway 26 right to Atlanta.
Cleared visual approach 26 right. November 3 Bravo Mike.
With the 3706 Atlanta Center, how's your ride?
It's a lot better up here, and that's 380. That's the 3706 thing.
For the 3706, thank you for the help. You're leaving my airspace to the west, and forcefully choose to send us offline. Air services terminated. For exchange over to advise food.
Alright, for exchange over to advisory approved for Delta 3706, altitude to Unicom. Thank you for the ATC in service. Have a great evening.
You too, so.
Landing here. Landing here.
So.
Landing here.
Atlanta Center, Delta 491, climbing through 8,000 on the way to 10,000.
Delta 491, Atlanta Center, ready to contact, climb maintain for level 340.
Going to flight level 340, Delta 491.
Class up. We're slowing down here.
Center Speedbird 226 is short of 27 right, ready for departure.
Sorry about that, Speedbird 226, Heavy Atlanta Center, you on the Plumber 2 departure?
Speedbird 226, negative, we're on the Plumber 2 departure.
Roger, Arnett to football, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Arnett to football, runway 27 right, clear takeoff, Speedbird 226 Heavy.
Atlanta Center, Delta 2569, we're at the north side of the runway, ready to taxi 26 left.
Delta 2569, runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot Echo.
Foxtrot Echo 26 left, Delta 2569.
Station 13 Bravo Mike, wind 23006, runway 26 right, good line.
Clear to land, November 13 Bravo Mike. 26 right.
American 535, leave my airspace at the north. DC, be offline, air services terminated for exchange over to the advice room.
Thanks for your help tonight, sir. Have a good week. 535, good day.
On. And we'll go ahead and transfer that.
Envoy 7201 Atlanta Center. Are you direct to Tinsley or are you direct to Levy?
Envoy 7201, clear direct to Tinsley.
American 604, are you going direct to Levy or are you going direct to Tinsley?
We're going direct to Tinsley, American 604.
604, clear direct to Levy.
Clear direct to Levi, American 604.
Alright. Gear down. Spoilers on. Landing lights on.
Seabird 226 Heavy, Atlanta Center, ready to contact, Delta 2000.
Sorry, say again for Speedbird 226?
Seabird 226, ready to contact, see Alpha 2000.
Seabird 226 passing to 3,700.
Seabird 226 Heavy, climb maintain, flight level 270.
Flight level 270, Speedbird 226.
Envoy 7201, Stereo Cruise, Mach number.
Mach decimal 75 for envoy 2001.
Dr. Envoy 7201. American 604, say cruise Mach number.
American 604, we're going to be going Mach 79 for our cruising.
Envoy 7201, when we get the chance, say your cruise Mach number.
I've never done a visual approach.
Envoy 7201, currently going Mach .43, we are climbing.
Envoy 7201, affirm. When you get the chance, give me your cruise Mach number at flight level 320.
Okay, we'll give you a cruise Mach when we get there, Envoy 7201. Cruise Mach will be 0.77, Envoy 7201.
Envoy 7201, Mach .78 cruise.
Mach .78, confirm Envoy 7201.
Stay firm.
Copy, Mach 7, .78 for cruising, Envoy 7201.
Atlanta Center, FedEx 2960 for taxi with Lima.
So, I'm trying to keep
FedEx
this
2960, runway 26 right, taxi to Alpha.
level with my...
26 right, Alpha, FedEx 2960.
Because that is
Verb
the
up
glide
Kilo
slope.
813, wind 270 runway 24, KATL.
Affirm Papa Kilo 813, field in sight, cleared to land. Thank you.
Atlanta Center, Japan 2359 with you. Maintain flight level 350.
So I'm a little bit low.
Right here, 2359 Atlanta Center, and pilot
See the
discretion.
two red dots
maintain
there
flight
on
level
the left
24,
there?
show.
Now it's showing two white.
Atlanta Center, Sirius 1041 Quebec, ready to check.
There's 1041
right
Quebec,
on.
Atlanta Center, standby.
Now I'm a little high.
Descend at pilot discretion, maintain flight level 240, Japan 2359 now.
I'm way too fast though.
There's 1041 Quebec, I got you at a Piper
I'm
Arrow.
going to bounce off the runway at this speed.
That's your aircraft, you're serious.
Too high.
Atlanta Center is Dowhurst. Bravo Tango 359 are with you at
This is why I like letting the computer do this part.
Fort Knox.
Bravo 3, Bravo Tango 359, you're not going to use my airspace since you're going up to Fort Knox. Ricky change over to advise for
500.
Atlanta Center, your Bravo got it on my end, or 359.
Atlanta Center 81749 at the ground on Charlotte, looking for clearance to Atlanta.
81749 Atlanta Center, standby. FedEx 2960 Atlanta Center, 126 right, line up away.
Climb from 26 right, FedEx 2960.
Is my GAN landing gear now out?
Atlanta Center, November 292 Alpha Pop is on the ground in Charlotte, IFR to Atlanta.
Alright, 2 Alpha Pop Atlanta
I'm
Center,
just gonna have to
request
request.
standby number 3.
I crashed. Yeah, that didn't go well. Crashed and burned. Twice on my first stream with the game. That's great. And I just had a really nice smooth landing today down in Florida. But anyway, it still logs the time, even though I crashed. I think it logs the time. Let's see if it did, because that was an hour or so. It should be at 99. We'll check that. And after this, I'm going to bed. It does not log your crashed hours. Wow. Okay. That's good to know. Apparently it only logs your hours if you successfully land the plane. Well. the traffic controller on vPilot hit me with a loop because I was not prepared to do a visual approach. I was only expecting to do an instrument landing approach. But yeah, that's what I do when I fly. Thanks for the positive comments from my brother watching. And yeah, I'm also, I need to get some music or something, some free music like that's not licensed, playing in the background maybe for the dead air. But yeah, unsuccessful on the first night stream. We'll try it again though. Next time, not using OBS because apparently FlySim does not like OBS at all. And why can't my mouse get out of my window here? I can't get to OBS to shut it down. There we go. All right, so, and you can't see my face right now, which that upsets me too. But anyway, thanks for watching. Now or in the future.